Hi students, today we are going to learn about maxima and minima problems. Check it out.
Let's see the first example. A cylindrical can of volume 432 pi centimeter cube is made from an aluminum sheet. Find the base radius of the can so that the total surface area of the can is a minimum. So this is the solution. Let R is the base radius, h is the height of the can, and s is the total of the surface area. So we have known that the volume of a cylinder is actually PR square times h, and the surface area equals to 2PR square plus 2PR times h. In the question we have that the volume of the cylinder can is actually 432 pi centimeter cube. So 432 pi equals to PR square times h, and we change h in terms of R, becomes h equals 432 over R square. We have s equals 2pr square plus 2pr h, and we substitute the value of h in terms of r, and we obtain s equals 2pr square plus 2pr times 432 over r square, and simplifying this will give s equals 2pr square plus 864 pi over r. To find out whether s is maximum or minimum, so we have to find out the first derivative and the second derivative at the first step. So the SDR, which is the first derivative, equals 4pr minus 864 pi over r square. And the second derivative of s respect to r, or d square s dr, equals to the first derivative of the first derivative, which is 4 pi plus 1728 pi over r cubed. To find out the stationary points of s, the first derivative of s must be 0. 4 pi r minus 864 pi over r square equals 0. Simplifying this will give r cubed equals 216. R equals the cube root of 216, or r equals 6. We have known the first and the second derivative of s. To determine whether it is maximum or minimum, so we use the second derivative test. The second derivative of s with respect to r equals 4 pi plus 1728 pi over r cubed, and we substitute the value of r equals 6 that we have found before, so it will be 4 pi plus 1728 pi over 6 cubed. Because 4 pi is positive and this fraction is positive, so add them together will give the positive number, or it will be larger than 0. So the second derivative of s when r equals 6 is larger than 0. What does it mean? S is minimum. The value of s minimum when the value of r equals 6, or we can tell that the total surface area is minimum at the base radius 6 cm. Let's see the other example. The sum of two variable real numbers x and y is 18. Part A show that their product p can be expressed as p equals 18x minus x squared. Part B, find the maximum value of p. So we start with part A. The first number x and the second number is y, and the sum of the two variable real numbers is x plus y, when the product p equals x times y. So we have known based on the question the sum is x plus y equals 18, and then based on the question we need to show p in the term of x. So we have to transform y into term of x. So y equals 18 minus x. Substitute the value of y into the product p equals xy, so we get p equals x times 18 minus x. P equals 18x minus x squared. The question part B asks the maximum value of p. So we will use the second derivative test. The second derivative test for finding the maximum value is the first derivative p must be 0 and the second derivative p must be less than 0. So we can say that p will be maximum. For stationary points, the first derivative must be equals 0. So the first derivative of 18x minus x squared equals 0, or 18 minus 2x equals 0. So we can say x equals 9. The second derivative of p is the first derivative of the first derivative. So it is the first derivative of 18 minus 2x, so it will be equals minus 2. When we substitute the value of x equals 9 to the second derivative of p, it will be remaining minus 2. because there is no any variable x in the second derivative. So we can say the second derivative of p is negative or less than 0. Now we can tell that p is maximum when x equals 9. So p is maximum when x equals 9. It means that we have to substitute the value of x equals 9 into the original function. So maximum value of p is p9 equals 18 times 9 minus 9 square. P9 equals 81. So the maximum value of p is 81. This is the other example. The perimeter of a rectangle ABCD is 28 cm and the side AB equals x centimeter. Part A, express the area as centimeter square of ABCD in terms of x. Part B, find the maximum area of the rectangle as x varies and the corresponding value of x. Let's start from part A. So here is the diagram of a rectangle ABCD with the side AB equals x centimeter. We have known from this rectangle the length of AB equals length of the CD and the length of BC equals to the length of DA. So we can tell that the perimeter equals AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. We can say that the perimeter equals 2AB plus 2BC, and based on the question we substitute the perimeter 28, so 28 equals 2x plus 2BC. From here, when we divide these equations by 2, we obtain 14 equals x plus BC. From here, we have BC equals 14 minus x, which is the width of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle is AB times BC. So the area is S and AB equals x, BC equals 14 minus x. Substituting this will give S equals x times 14 minus x. S equals 14x minus x squared. For part B, we have to find out the maximum area of S and the corresponding value of x. To make it maximum, we have to use the second derivative test for the maximum. So we have to fulfill these two conditions. The first derivative of s equals 0 and the second derivative of s must be less than 0. So the first derivative equals 0 is for stationary points. ds dx equals 0. So the first derivative of s, or the first derivative of 14x minus x squared equals 0. So we obtain 14 minus 2x equals 0, x equals 7. The second derivative of s is the first derivative of the first derivative of the function s, or the first derivative of 14 minus 2x equals minus 2 for any value of x. Now, by substituting the value of x equals 7 from the previous work, we obtain the second derivative of s when x equals 7 equals minus 2, which is less than 0. So, s is maximum when x equals 7. From here, maximum area of S of the rectangle ABCD is S equals 14x minus x squared, and substitute the value of x equals 7. We have 14 times 7 minus 7 squared equals 49 centimeters squared. This is the other example. The diagram shows a rectangle thin sheet measuring 30 cm by 16 cm. An open rectangular tray is made from it by cutting a small square of side x centimeter from each corner and then folding up the sides. Part A, express the volume of the tray V centimeter cube in terms of x. Part B, find the dimensions of the tray for which the volume is a maximum. Now take a look at the diagram of the rectangle ABCD. Based on the question, we have the length of the rectangle is 30 cm and the width of the rectangle is 16 cm. Now we want to cut down squares on each corner with the sides of x, and here we will build an open rectangular tray or open rectangular box. Because we want to cut the squares with the sides of x, so the length of the tray will be 30 minus 2x, and the width of the tray will be 16 minus 2x, and x itself is the height of the tray. Now we are going to part A. We have known that the length of the tray is 30 minus 2x, the width of the tray is 16 minus 2x, and the height of the tray equals x. And we have known the volume of an open rectangular tray, which is actually the volume of a beam is the length times the width times the height. So the volume of the tray will be V equals 30 minus 2x times 16 minus 2x times x, which is 4x cubed minus 92x squared plus 48x. Based on the questions, we have to make the volume must be maximum. So we will use the second derivative test and fulfill these two conditions to make it maximum. So the first derivative of V must be 0 and the second derivative of V must be less than 0. We already knew that V equals 4x cubed minus 92x squared plus 480x. So the first derivative of V is 12x squared minus 184x plus 480. And the first derivative must be 0. So 12x squared minus 184x plus 480 equals 0. Dividing the left hand side and the right hand side of the equations by 4 will give 3x squared minus 46x plus 120 equals 0. Factorizing this will give 3x minus 10 times x minus 12 equals 0. X equals 10 over 3 or x equals 12. But x equals 12 is rejected. Now we have x equals 10 over 3. Now we are going to find the second derivative of v. The second derivative of v is the first derivative of the first derivative of the function v, which is the first derivative of 12x squared minus 184x plus 480. The second derivative of v is 24x minus 184. By substituting the value of x equals 10 over 3 from the previous work, we obtain that 24 times 10 over 3 minus 184 will be minus 104, which is less than 0. What does it mean? That means that v is maximum when x equals 10 over 3. So by substituting the value of x equals 10 over 3 into each dimension, we have the length of the tray equals 30 minus 2x equals 30 minus 2 times 10 over 3, which is 23, 1 over 3 centimeter. The width of the tray is 16 minus 2 times 10 over 3, which is 9, 1 over 3 centimeter. And the height of the tray equals x equals 10 over 3 equals 3, 1 over 3 centimeter.
That's all for today's lesson. If you have some difficulties related to your lesson, let me know. Please do your exercises well and don't forget to submit it on time. See you in the next video.
Stay at home, tetap semangat!